Welcome. Here's an installer's guide to the F-Series controller. Accessing the installer settings. The first thing we need to do is hold the return arrow down for approximately 5 seconds. What you'll see is the service menu with the spanner icon come up. We can select OK on that, and then this will bring up the installer menu. Operating settings. In the installer settings, this is the top heading, 5.1. We select OK, and in here, we can see a list of the operating settings that can be changed, such as hot water settings, maximum flow line temperature, maximum differential for the flow line temperature, alarm actions, the addition menu, flow set climate system, heat pump testing, and the compressor curve. System settings. In the installer settings, you should also see system settings, 5.2. Select OK, and in here, we can see the installed heat pump, and also the accessories, which in this case is only hot water production and photovolt control. Soft inputs and outputs. In the installer settings, you should see the soft inputs and outputs heading, 5.4. Press OK. Here we have 6 auxiliary connections, and each one of these can be set to do a different action if that auxiliary connection has a bolt-free signal close circuit connection. If we highlight each one of these and we scroll through, you can see a few examples, such as activate temporary looks, activate economy mode for hot water, external adjustment, block additional heat, etc. On the bottom of this menu, we also have an auxiliary relay, which we can perform an action. This is currently set to an alarm output, but this can be altered and changed to control hot water recirculation pump, for example, or an external heat medium pump. Factory setting service. In the installer settings, we go to 5.5 factory setting service and press OK. On here we have the option to choose between resetting the user settings, the service settings, or the heat pump. Press the respective one and then press OK. And then scroll down to confirm. This will then say it will be resetting in approximately 5 seconds, and then it will reset the settings. Forced control. All NIBE systems have the facility to force control components. In the installer settings, it's in 5.6. Select OK. You should see text that states it is only to be used for troubleshooting purposes, as this can damage your system. Do you want to continue? Yes. And then what we get is a list of relays. Essentially, the first thing we need to do is press activated to activate the force control. On here, you'll see this will reset automatically after 10 minutes. On doing so, we can then scroll down and activate the respective relay that controls the individual component. Start guide. We can access the start guide from the installer menu. This is in menu 5.7. Select OK. You'll then be greeted with the page-by-page setup of the heat pump. This would usually be present on the initial setup and start commissioning of the product. Alarms. In the unfortunate event that we have a fault on the system, you will find that this light will go red. What we need to do is we need to interrogate where to find the fault, or the description of the fault. In order to do so, we need to go to Info, and then Alarm Log. And on here you will see the list of the latest alarm logs, which is time-stamped. If you select the top one, that will be the latest, and it'll give you an information regarding the alarm.